Parents, teachers, grandparents, and caretakers. Thank you for coming back again and again and again. AskGeorgeUncle@gmail.com. You all know that's the email. Please shoot your questions. Would love to answer you. One of the teacher had sent me this message. The message is this. There is a boy in the class who's all the time disrupting the class. All the time he's speaking certain things, he's throwing certain things, doing certain things, and I really don't know. I have punished him, I've sent him out of the class, I've even called his parents. I really don't know what to do. I hear you. Now, please understand one basic foundation here. A boy who's behaving like that is actually seeking attention. Now, why is he seeking attention? He's seeking attention because maybe he's very insecure. Maybe his self-esteem is very, very low. Maybe he doesn't even see himself worth of anything. See, I don't know what works with this particular child. These are different things that we have done to help children like this. One of the things that you can try is to see this boy put in leadership. You can give him leadership responsibilities where he may have to do things in front of the class or things like that. Again, sometimes it doesn't work with some kids because some of the kids are very shy and they don't want to be a leader and things like that. Try this. A second thing that we have tried sometimes with these children is that after the class gets finished, to talk to that boy and just said, hey, sweetheart, you're asking a lot of questions and a lot of things. After the class, I would like to talk to you and answer a lot of questions. I would love to spend some time with you. See if you can spend time with this boy or with this girl, whoever it is, the teenager. Spend time with him one-on-one, answering some of the questions. Now, many a times it's not about answering questions. It's about affirming who he is, appreciating him and telling him, saying, hey, you're amazing. The way you ask questions, some bright questions and amazing. But in the class, is it okay? Can you be quiet? And after the class, we can spend time. If you start giving attention like that, I think the disruptions will become less and less and less. I'm not saying it'll immediately go away, but it'll become less and less and less. That's two. The third way we have dealt with issues like this is this. See what is that boy, what background the boy is coming from. Get to know the background. See what kind of a hurt the boy is carrying, what kind of a family background the boy is coming in. I can tell you my story when I was in school, and I was a very attention seeking guy. Maybe in the class I didn't do any disruptions and things like that, but in any of the sports or any of the competitions and anything, I was the first one to take part, and I enjoyed taking part and winning that prize, and I was seeking attention in that way. Because the whole night I would get beaten up. Whole night I would be running out of the house, sleeping on the streets, and sleeping with the dogs. And there are several nights I have not slept properly. So I was seeking attention, and I didn't have anyone who was giving in that particular time. But I was seeking my attention like that. So find out this particular boy, this particular girl, what is happening back in the house. Maybe we may have to help that boy. Maybe listen to his story, understand where his background is. What is the thing that has happened that previous night? Spending some time again with him, trying to understand and all of that, it can really help. The fourth thing that can really help, a boy, a girl like this who's seeking attention is this. When the boy is asking some questions, give him back that question and saying, hey, you asked me this question. What do you think about it? And that boy would love to answer that. He would maybe he will rumble a little bit and mumble a little bit, and he would just go on and say something and things like that. 2-3 times, put him on that spot to just say, hey, why don't you answer that question? What do you think, and things like that. He might just say something like that. Now, after he has said something like that, not publicly, privately give him the feedback. Hey, what you said, there was not much sense. Many a times there's not much sense in what they say, Or sometimes if they've said something with great sense, maybe appreciate that again privately and say, hey, you're doing, why am I saying privately? Because publicly you start to appreciate, publicly you start to, correct him. I think he would start to do a lot of different things from different ways, So you want to do that privately, whether you're appreciating the child or correcting the child. Again, not correction, feedback. Remember that statement, connection comes before correction. Connect before you correct, giving that feedback. And over a period of time, the child will begin to understand. When you give that attention and give that feedback at the same time, mix it up with some appreciation and all of that, the child will begin to understand. Thank you so much for shooting some of these questions. Keep shooting some of these questions. We would love to answer you. Thank you so much for all that you do. for the children and for the teenagers. Keep doing. May God lead you. May God bless you. Thank you.